Ocean, empty notions. Like a roaring ocean, slow in motion. Lay down your troubled mind. We are only kind and will kindly cease to be as we intertwine with their universe and its cosmic symphony. The smoke lingers after fire. Like ocean, empty notions. Like a roaring ocean, slow in motion. Smoke lingers after fire.
Hi, and welcome to Wrong Way. And today we'll compare new wheels.
To the old wheels and see what's the difference.
So let us tell you more about it. So today you join us actually at monokolo.eu. If you are actually talking with someone at Monokolo, probably they're talking with you, Serge.
Yes.
So if you have any questions to wheels, then can they ask you questions?
Sure.
Hit monokolo.eu up on Instagram and use my coupon code WRONGWAY to get an additional discount on those new wheels. Well, those old wheels, they don't sell them anymore. And they also repair wheels.
Ish.
Do you like repairing wheels, Serge?
I do.
He's lying.
No, actually I do like.
Yeah, you're a tinker. You like to work
Yeah,
things out.
Yes, yes.
So throughout the past years, a lot has changed in the electric unicycle world. And we wanted to showcase that by comparing a bunch of older wheels that we have here to brand new wheels. So we'll not start a cult here, although, you know, some might consider riding electric unicycles a cult. But we have a detailed list of 16 things that we wanted to show you. But we have a list of 16 things. Thanks for helping me out here with the finger search. That we wanted to show you in terms of comparing an old wheel to newer wheels. So first up, let's start with the chargers.
And that time when you bought Monster 3 as the wheel with the biggest battery, because it was the biggest battery, you also had this super cool 1.5 ampere charger, which allows you to charge the wheel for insane 21 hours until full.
It's crazy.
And now, with this wheel, yeah, it's 5 amp charger. So that was 120 watt, and this is 600 watt. Charging time of this wheel with the quite same battery is 4 hours until full.
So we have a 5 times improvement.
5 times improvement here.
When it comes to the max charge rate though, we also have an improvement, not only because of the voltage, but also because of the batteries that are inside this wheel. Those are Samsung 50Ss, I believe. So with a fast charger, you can charge this wheel up in under an hour. Whereas here, what could it be?
It's a Sanyo GA.
Those are 18650 cells.
Yeah.
Those are smaller here than on this 121-700s. We have one charge port. Does it have like a max charge limit? I think it has.
BMS will struggle on over the 10 amps.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely, and they will, like, BMS dies with the 10 amps. So with a 10 amp, it will
800 watts. So 3 hours. 3 hours.
3 hours. Yes.
3 hours for the quickest charge on this wheel. So still huge improvements. throughout the 6 years. Okay, now let's talk about app functionality, because there a lot has changed. When we look at the app by LeaperKim, you can see, well, all of the parameters here on first glance, like the battery state. You can see the speed, the battery state of charge. Here we have a bunch of parameters as well, and we have also access to the Smart BMS information, which tells you what state the battery is in. It's also great for safety. We'll talk about that later. Further on, there's also settings that you can change on the wheel. In vehicle control, you can set up the ride mode with a slider, so how much the wheel tilts with you. When you accelerate, you can set up the angle adjustment, top speed. Like, there's just so many things that you can select on this wheel, even to which voltage the wheel will charge once it's on the charger. There's also device information, like the vehicle name, the software version, vehicle model. You can download the logs. If you fell, for example, then you can upload them and let LeaperKim know what happened. And you can also update the firmware, which is not a given, as Serge might tell you right now. Yeah.
We have app here, where it's a new app. Back in the day, it was looking quite different.
Quite different.
And now, if you check out the settings, there's a bunch of settings what you cannot use in the older wheels, because there was no settings there.
They're not available.
So actually what was there back in the day, it was only the maximum speed you can change. Mode settings.
Soft, medium, hard, so how much the wheel tilts with you when you accelerate or brake.
Back in the day, soft mode wasn't rideable as a medium. Maybe medium was.
Maybe medium, yeah.
But
it was
most
easy
of the
to cut out the
people
wheel.
was riding on a strong mode. And yeah, and basically that's is no smart BMS, no features.
No firmware update.
Just only can calibrate it. Yeah, and
I think you couldn't even set up where the wheel cuts off when you tilt it to the side.
No, of course not.
So if you go on a pump track and you go really fast, you tilt the wheel, this will just shut off. Here you can set it up.
Oh, you know what was the great feature that you can make with the app?
Oh, please tell me.
Change the LED lights.
Oh, the LED lights.
Yeah,
the tiny ones here.
Yes. Up. Save.
Wait, we need to.
Set successful, but nothing changed.
I think the light doesn't work now. Does it? Oh, it does work.
It does work, but.
There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Now, next up, let's talk about screens. And on the LeaperKim Patton-S, well, we have my favorite screen that is on any wheel, which is a LeaperKim screen. There's a bunch of parameters here. You can also change the parameters of the wheel by long pressing here. Long press. Boom. You can change your settings here. When you're riding, you can also see the speed of it, the battery state, and the single mileage, temperature of the motherboard, the whole odometer, and the voltage of the wheel. Super nice and handy. On the Monster, on the other hand, I think the tail lights do show you the state of the battery. I think that if one of those lights goes off, then you have less battery. But this is it. Nothing available to see when you're riding. But we have the Monster Pro here, and this was already quite a bit more advanced. I think it's from 2021. And here you have a voltage meter. Oh, wow. So yeah, it's a lot better on the newer wheels now.
I think it should be brighter when.
Yeah. We have to talk about the lighting on those wheels. Well, on the LeaperKim Patton-S, it is not the newest generation that we have on LeaperKim. There's also lights that now have a cutoff beam. This is just very, very bright. On some newer wheels, there's also a daytime running light now. But compare this to what is on the Monster. Well, it is not a very powerful light. It's not angle adjustable. There is no daytime running light. I think it goes actually brighter once the wheel rides.
Let's try it.
Let's try it.
On some wheels there was. Is it?
I am not certain. Wait.
Now, look.
Yeah, it did go brighter.
Okay.
So this is actually something that is high tech compared to this one.
Yeah, but here we have newer mainboard.
When it comes to taillights though, let's turn the wheels around. We have actual taillights on the LeaperKim Patton-S. Those blink. I think they can also have different parameters. No, they're just on and off, so they don't blink. I think they blink when they're riding. And they also get brighter once you brake. Additionally, when you make turns, they also have turn signals, so just one of them blinks. With that said, there is a taillight compared to the Monster V3
Wait. Here, if you 3 times press the button, it should change the mode. Yes? No?
Perhaps. I know that there is a taillight. It's just the dimmest thing ever. I think I need to bring the camera closer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is a taillight now. Very, very dim. We used to just wear taillights on our helmets. I remember back in the day, just to be visible, because yeah, that wasn't really visible whatsoever.
To be fair, not all the old wheels have something like those Monster V3. Here we have Monster Pro with the actual taillight.
It looks like a
If it brings,
BDSM lip.
that's true.
You can see that on the Aeon here, we have different brightness modes for the lights. There's a daytime running light. Is it on now? I think it's
No,
off.
it's off.
Boom. And the main light has a cutoff beam, so now it's not blinding. Now it's blinding. Super nice to have those quality of life changes.
Now let's talk about trolley handles. And this is Tesla, because Monster V3 obviously doesn't have any of trolley handle. And Tesla, I think, has the best trolley handle out of all the wheels.
By GotWay at that time? I think
Yes.
so.
I think so. Kickstand trolley handles was always better. That's why in this particular Tesla, because you cannot buy now a Tesla trolley handle if it breaks, I've made the trolley handle out of
Luggage?
no, out of Kickstand. It's
Oh, it's a trolley handle from Kingston on a Tesla.
yeah, look, it's black because it's from 14D, and then it's 3D printed the top cover. Now it's works somehow. I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah, it doesn't lock in place on the bottom. It was even flimsier
Yes.
out of factory than this. So the trolley handle was there, but yeah. First thing that breaks. Actually, this is how GotWay trolley handles usually look like. They're gone. Especially on the RSs, MSPs, and MSXs.
That's true.
Compare this to the LeaperKim Patton-S. We have a dedicated trolley handle in the back that locks on the bottom and locks on the top. And yeah, it's just nice to push around. There's various designs of trolley handles nowadays, but at least at LeaperKim, they're not an afterthought. When it comes to the handles themselves and the kickstand, on the new wheels we have nylon handles that are also bumpers, and they protect the wheel from falling. So those are very sturdy. There's metal in here. And we have a kickstand. So once you stop riding, you can put the wheel on the kickstand and be happy. There's also bumpers here in the front. So lots of ways to lift the wheel up, but no handle in the middle.
And on the old GotWays, handle was in the middle, but after crash, it always breaks. And then you cannot lift the wheel up because it's broken.
You also don't have the handles and bumpers in the front and back. Actually, this is a reminiscent of the past here. This is actually maybe a wheel I was riding back in the day, because it has the same fiberglass shell, and this is what we used to put on high performance wheels in order for them to survive a couple of tumbles. Man, crashing old wheels was not fun. The new ones are just so much more durable. Now, point 7 on the list are the pedals, and the LeaperKim Patton-S has very firmly mounted pedals with a pedal hanger here on the wheel. The studs aren't MTB studs, but it's not the newest version.
Yes.
There's even a newer version of LeaperKim pedals that have a bit steeper, longer studs, so they're even more grippy than this. Those pedals are big, they're fine, you can ride them in the rain, off-road, and they're durable, so nothing good to complain about here. Is there anything to complain about here?
Actually, there's no, because there's no grip tape. Because before, back in the day, only grip tape was holding you on the wheel that is riding around 50 kilometers an hour. Like, they decided that it will be a very good idea to have a grip tape, same as on skateboards, yes. So
not only that, there's even rubber here that makes the grip tape less grippy.
That's true, that's true. So lots of people back in the day was unscrewing those screws here and screwing some studs on their own.
Or buying nylon pedals that are still available today and made in Poland.
That's true. And about size, most of the pedals was smaller than now.
Actually, the old pedals, especially on the MSP, they were also very dihedral. They were very like steep, like this.
Yes, there's no.
Not very comfortable.
Back in the day, they don't know what's the angle because on V10F always was flat pedals.
Yeah, true.
Then on a MSP, 2 sharp pedals.
Yeah, but now we're all set. No need to worry about pedals. Now, a lot has changed in the rim design as well. Not only are many of the wheels nowadays running tubeless, so it's this one is a tube tire?
No, tubeless.
It's also tubeless. So what is tubeless better for actually, Serge?
Tubeless is better for everything when the rim is
In good
alive.
shape.
Yes,
So it's harder to put it on because you need a compressor for it.
yes.
But,
But also
it's-
you need to have a tubeless tire.
yes, but it's better against punctures. Is it more comfortable?
I can say that it's more comfortable. It just the question is if you'll have some puncture your tire, it will deflate slower.
Okay.
So you can probably get home even on a low pressure. And sometimes it's like this. Pressure goes down, let's say to the 20 psi and stays like it for the some time until you figure out with this, and then you can easily repair it with the add-in slime.
Yeah, like a slime. The valve access here is also much better than on tube tires. And further on, those rims are much more durable. I remember actually back in the day when LeaperKim came out with a Sherman. There was a Sherman broken rim club at some point.
Yeah,
but
it was.
they figured it out. Those motors, those rims are very durable.
And now they're made from
Magnesium.
magnesium, yes.
Magnesium alloys.
And one more feature, they are actually made for the motorcycle tires. So you have here a
bead.
A bead, yeah, where the tire locks and stays in place, and it's much easier to put the tire on. It's easier to fit the tire, yeah, like to make it not be wibbly wobbly.
Did they start listening to Michael Jackson? Because it's beat it, beat it.
It's beat it. It's true.
Beat it. So what's up with the MSX then?
And in MSX, okay, we have seen aluminium.
We have a problem here.
Yes, you can see it was always like this. It's actually made for not a motorcycle tire, but for a bicycle tire.
Yeah.
Like from electric bike. And when you change the tire, it was always a problem to
Fit it correctly.
Yes.
Well, you're sitting also on the Monster Pro here. There's a hole there.
Yeah, I feel a tube with my finger.
Oh my goodness.
Can you?
Oh yeah, I see it now. Do you think that the rim quality improved throughout the years, sir?
Yes, that's true.
All right, so now we'll be preparing to take those wheel apart. Probably you're also curious, what is it like to change a tire on those wheels? So we'll do that too. But now it's time to get down and dirty with those wheels and see what they're like on the inside. All right, so we'll check out how the motherboard access and the electronics look from the inside on the Monster V3 first. Just a bunch of screws to take out. Oh yeah, it's the adhesive from below. Boom, that's it. So we have the battery here on the side, shrink wrapped, and the only thing between the battery and the outside world is this layer of plastic.
First of all, what you can see, that back of the wheel there is a battery, in the front of the wheel there is no battery. It's not well balanced. Then you can see that here we have newer mainboard, because pieces of old mainboard, it's here. It just blowed up. What was unfortunate situation with Begode, but happens quite often.
You can also see here are the holes of the mounting holes of the old mainboard. Those are just wood screws into plastic.
Yeah, and probably you can
You can feel it from below.
yes. Sometimes Begode screws some screws that goes right into tires. With the Begode quality, it was always not easy. And then, if you want to make any manipulation to change tire, you need to unplug everything from a board. Don't forget to
Discharge the capacitors.
yes, and then unplug everything and then screw it.
The motor phase wires.
Yes, and screw it and take out through this hole without damaging cables. Lots of people was damaging cables, and lots of people was burning mainboards while trying to change the tire on their own.
Further on, there is a seal around here, and the motherboard access is quite easy, but if there's some cracks in the shell, well, some stuff can get in, as a crack here, for example. So the motherboard access is easy, but with that said, it's not really safe either. Let's compare this to the Patton-S. Also, side note here, all of the screws here are hex screws instead of the Phillips heads that are on the Monster, so that is also better for longevity of the wheel.
And lots of screws are the same, so you cannot mix them up.
Nice.
And actually, it's really good quality of the screws.
Boom. Now disconnecting the battery wires, or what was it? Yeah, the battery wire. No.
Yes.
Okay, battery wires. Boom. All right. So what do we have here? It's red, so it's faster. All right. So on this wheel, we also have just one layer of plastic between the board and the wheel, but it's a way smaller compartment. It's just for the motherboard, and there's also a seal here which is made out of rubber. Actually, Serge was showing me here, there's a second layer also for protection, which is made out of nylon. Now on the inside, you usually don't look at this whatever. Can you change the tire without touching the motherboard?
Yes. I probably person who will buy a new Nosfet wheel or like a LeaperKim wheel will never like open it on his own, because you just don't need it. You will, to change the tire, you just unscrew in one side and that's it.
We'll show it later. With that said, a lot better in terms of quality, also water resistance. We'll touch upon that later as well. But yeah, big difference here. And now we'll discuss the shell material, strength and durability. And for that, we need to take this wheel apart further. Well, I mean Serge. Thank you, Serge. Appreciate it. Go service your wheel at Serge's. Buy your wheels at Monokolo.eu. All right, Serge, so you took apart the Patton-S, and we can take a closer look at how it looks like from the inside. How is the shell material?
So basically, all the new LeaperKim wheels made out of magnesium, and this is like a magnesium alloy, and all this part is the magnesium. Only these caps for the batteries are from a plastic. It's much more durable than that one. So basically nothing can damage it, either from a front or from a back or from... I think only problem with this shell can be if you'll have a like really big crash, not a unicycle fall, but I know, car accident or something, because it's one part. If something will break here, like go a crack, then you will need to replace all the body part. Yes, but then it's very durable.
Here we can also see the nylon reinforcements like the kickstand. We talked about that already earlier. And here we have access to the motor. This is the clamp for the suspension. We'll talk about the axle in a second, but here are the mounting elements for the suspension. This is by Fast Ace, but nowadays I think they have their own suspension, right? And on the top, more magnesium, and yeah, just looks very beefy. It doesn't look like a toy. But let's compare that to the 2019 wheel. Now, Begode wheels have changed a lot too. It's not like they look the same nowadays, but yeah, from 2019, very, very different.
For the same price, you have plastic, thin plastic. It's cheap ABS. It's always cracked here. It's always cracks here. I think it's not the original shell, because I think original shell was the blue one on this wheel.
Yeah,
so it's
already
changed. Yeah, and only metal part that is not the motor is the
hanger.
Yes.
So basically on older wheels, you stand on this metal piece, and this is where the pedals are connected. And this metal piece is connected to the shell here, and it's just plastic here. There's no reinforcement here. The battery is also just like out there, doesn't have like any additional protective layers like here.
For people who are not familiar with this wheel, when you're standing on when you're starting riding on this wheel and stands one leg, you push in here. Second place, you push in here. So it makes it break because it's a thin plastic.
You have a lot of PTSD with this wheel, Serge.
I do. I do.
So yeah, material-wise, we have a Happy Meal wheel here, and we have an actual wheel in 2025. So yeah, big changes. So now let's talk a little bit about the electrical safety of the wheels, and that's something that I've been always pushing towards in my videos, and a lot of stuff has changed for the better. Let's start with the charge port, and on older wheels, especially GotWay wheels, those charge ports are hot. So if something falls in here, you will get a short circuit. They later improved that, so it wouldn't blast all of the current into the port, but still it was hot. And just, I think, maybe 3 years ago, they stopped making that with the Extreme. Yeah, but hot charge port, very bad, especially if water goes in here. I remember once I fell on the MSP because I didn't close the charge port. Water got into the charge port, short circuit. I lay flat on the ground at 30 kilometers an hour. And here on the Patton, we have the charge ports in the back. We have twin charge ports. Oh no, these are actually GX16, so same type, GX16 but -6. It's not a hot charge port, so yeah, just safe to use. Now when it comes to the BMS, we already touched upon that in the app section. You have a smart BMS here with cell balancing. Is it an active balancing BMS now?
No.
No, so you need to still fully charge the wheel, leave it plugged in when the charger turns on green in order to fully balance the cells. Now, a discrepancy when you can start to think that, oh, maybe there's something going wrong with the battery is when the voltage difference between the lowest cell voltage and the highest cell voltage is like 0.15. But anything lower than that, you're fine. With that said, overcurrent protection is here. You can also set up the wheel to stop charging at a lower voltage. There's also a good power limit when you're riding, that if you go too fast, there will be beeps and you won't fall on the wheel flat on your face like you potentially could on this one, because you won't hear even... Well, the beeper here is actually audible. On this one, it's like barely audible. We have the beeper now here behind the light. So this thing will beep at you, and you can even set up the loudness of it when you're riding, so you can hear what's happening. Well, we'll talk about the Monster in a second, but the BMS here is actually good. And on the Monster V3, well, you can't see it now because it's here on the battery. But yeah, the only thing you have here is cell balancing. So you leave it plugged in at a full charge and then the batteries will balance.
I need to give an effort for the old Begodes, because even after like 7 years, you're opening the wheel and you can see that balancing is working. All cells are 4.17 volts. It's
Wow.
always the same. For that stuff that Begode was making Happy Meal quality wheels,
Yeah.
BMSs worked there great.
However, you cannot check the voltages like you can on the new wheel. And I think there's also no fuse on this wheel.
No.
There's no fuse. We have a fuse here connected to the
Battery.
wire. Is it on this one? Oh yeah. Here we have a fuse. Is it 25 amp? Or is it
No, I think it's 40.
40 amp fuse at 126 volts. No fuse on this one. So a lot worse when it comes to just blowing something. Usually, if there's a short circuit, the motherboard will just blow. And here a fuse will blow, which is better.
This is
the fuse.
Yes.
The whole thing is this. It's a big, expensive fuse. So yeah, in terms of BMS, well, a lot better on this one. But as you said, Serge, I also had I had a Begode MSP at the time, or GotWay MSP even, and that also had very good voltages across the board. Compare it to like InMotion V10, like there the voltages can be very different, and on the V8 after like a bunch of kilometers. The last point I wanted to touch upon when it comes to this electrical safety is that the newest LeaperKim wheels have Hall sensor-less riding mode. What that means is, here you can see to the motor there is a thick wire going in, and this wire consists of 3 phase wires and 1 Hall sensor wire. Okay, we closed that off already. The Hall sensor wire is something that maybe can get damaged when riding. Doesn't really happen all that often, but it is a probability. There's also Hall sensors here in the motor which can break, and with the system that LeaperKim has on their wheels, you can actually keep on riding at whatever speed, just with less power, even without the Hall sensors. So if you're just going 30 kilometers an hour, the Hall sensor brakes here, you can go to a stop, there will be beeps, there will be an error code on the screen. While on the GotWay, if the Hall sensor brakes, you will brake with your face. So yeah, it's a really good feature. We'll show it later. We'll go out and show you that even with this wire disconnected, you can keep on riding the wheel. All right, we had a small coffee break, but now let's take a look at the motor axle. All right, so I'm behind the head camera. I got a coffee boost. Serge just said that I should speak because I had a coffee boost. I have a coffee boost! Okay. Anyway, when it comes to the older wheel designs, the axle design was very different and it was also less durable. On the Monster, perhaps you can see the axle there. Can you see it?
Yes.
It's like pretty thin. And those things would work for a couple thousand kilometers, but they could also break. Now we won't take this motor out just to show you how it looks like, because we have more motors here. We have this one from Kickstand, which has a very similar design. You can see here, that's the axle, and actually it's broken. Boom, can you move it?
Wait, camera focus.
Yeah. So yeah, how it was essentially mounted is that you had a flat piece at the end, was it? And then it's screwed in place by these two screws. And those blocking screws would be different on, you know, InMotion or GotWay, but you also would have shim plates here in the middle, which you could also change out if they were broken. But this axle design was just not the best one. You can see the axle also here. I think that's a 16S motor?
It's the same, it's 16X.
Oh, it's the same motor. So yeah,
But just with broken axle.
this is how the axle looks like, and then you would just clamp it in place.
Basically, all of the weight of the rider was on this thin metal piece, and not just like a thin metal piece, with the hole inside because cables goes inside. So you're basically standing on a couple square millimeters of steel.
And it wasn't even CNC'd. It's
Yes.
not the best alloy that you could use. Compare it now to the Patton-S. We will take it apart so you can see how it looks like. So this is the clamp that holds the suspension in place.
Voila.
Voila, c'est ici. Now on this side, we can see that this metal piece goes inside of the axle here. It's very, very thick and heavy. It's steel. And you have 4 beefy screws that connect to the motor. So not only does it have the screws, but also the piece that slots into the axle to keep this thing stable and durable. Now this axle can break. It's not indestructible. I had a friend of mine break his axle. My wheel has survived so much, my Lynx, back in the day when I still had it. When it comes to the design here, this clamp could be CNC'd. This is just milled in, but again, if you just ride on your wheel, like nothing will happen to this, whilst on the older wheels, and for example on the older Kickstand 16X, the axles would just break from riding. So if you're a heavier rider, and by that I mean over 80-90 kilograms of weight, if you want to do off-roading, you have to have one of those. So yeah, if you want to be safe on your wheel, just get a wheel with a big steel axle. When it comes to LeaperKim wheels, it's all of the wheels after the the LeaperKim Sherman Max. And all of the Nosfet wheels have such an axle too.
And if we are already here, let's talk about 13th point of our video, is the tire change. And you can see already the tire is here. You can just like take off this, and you can change the tire. So what parts again you need to disassemble to take to the tire? You just unscrewing here 4 screws on top, 8 screws that holds with the suspension, 4 screws that holds the suspension, like clamp, as you can see on the time lapse, yes. And then those screws to the axle. And now it's easy, and I think much more people can make it on their own at home compared to the old wheels. What is very important that it's not just really easy to disassemble, you can actually make it more than one time. All the screws here, there's very good quality. You just need to remember to add here a some Loctite, so screws will not get loose in some time. And yeah, that's it. Basically, it's not procedure that damaging something.
Just really quickly,
Okay.
so you know which screws are which.
Yeah, you need to take off these 8 screws, these 4 screws, unplug the battery, and that's it. And then taking off the suspension and the main guard,
Yeah, the mudguard.
mudguard.
So yeah, very simple and repeatable.
And talking about this wheel, you need to, as I told before, unplug everything from the main board, unplug those cables. Do not mix the colors, because if you mix the colors, fuse will burn the
The fuse, the motherboard.
motherboard, yes. And then taking off cables and
You also needed to disconnect the battery first
Yeah,
and
yeah.
drain the capacitors.
and then you're screwing the screws both sides, trying to spread the shell apart.
Just real quick, all of the screws here outside, then disconnect the motor, the battery wire, drain the capacitors, unplug the motor wire, and then on both sides get those 8 screws out. And also not damage any threads in the meantime, and not strip any bolts.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, if you want to show it to our viewers, I think they will appreciate it.
Okay. Now the best procedure ever. I wanted to make it on a floor. Need like to spread it wide. That's what. That the wires goes in.
The wires go through. I
Yeah.
got it.
Yes.
Oh my word.
Bent here.
Oh, it's already bent.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's quite bent indeed. It's from Bent Onville. But yeah, now that the motor is out, you don't need to get the L hangers off. You can just like get the tire off with the L hangers on.
Yes.
And then you need to remember which side the wires are on.
Yes. It's very important.
But yeah, that's a Monster V3 tire change. I'll help you. I just want to put the camera.
Never mind.
I'll hold it. Oh, I can see the heatsink actually from here.
And can you see screws?
Screw holes?
No, like wood screws.
I can see screws poking out. I think I should show that.
Okay.
Actually, wait. So yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Here you can see the heatsink, and here you can see the screws poking out. See, like here, and a bunch of them. Ooh. All right, point 14 on the list is suspension, and the Monster has none. And most of the wheels from 2019 don't have any suspension. I think at 2020 it started with the V11 or S18. But yeah, there's no suspension here. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's just a different riding style. I think it's less safe against potholes, against, hitting something on the road. It's also worse for off-road, but it is lighter nonetheless. I think it's also better to just learn how to ride on a non-suspension wheel, just a bit simpler. With that said, yeah, it's just a tire, no suspension. That's what we get here. Therefore, it's also lighter. But on the Patton-S, we have the fast-ace design, and LeaperKim was the first to use such suspension in their wheels. It's a hydraulic suspension design with a coil inside and oil inside that you need to change. And this thing is amazing. Now, it has 85 millimeters of travel on the Lynx-S, and here I think it's 75. Is it still less on this one?
Yes.
Yes, it's still less. So not as much travel as, for example, on huge mountain bikes, but still totally enough and appropriate for the city and even off-roading. This suspension is very comfortable. You can set up preload here, so how high you stand on the wheel, how much sag it has once you put your weight onto the wheel. So the heavier you are, the more preload you put on this outer screw here. On one shock, which is now the left shock, you have rebound adjustment, so how quickly the suspension extends after compressing. And on the other shock, you can set up compression. So there, you can select how the suspension behaves when it compresses, hard or soft. So super useful, awesome, very durable, and yeah, very comfortable to ride around the city. If you want to have more comfort and a better wheel for off-roading, well, suspension is what you need. And essentially all new performance EUCs, be it the Lynx-S or the Aeon, Nosfet Aeon, do have suspension. Now the penultimate point on the list is water resistance, still very important though. When you look at the Monster, it was actually a surprisingly water resistant wheel for its time. It had a seal here, but did it always work? I don't know. Serge?
There's a hole here.
For the light? Yeah.
Sometimes Begode decided to make a ventilation holes.
Yeah.
And through that holes get the water. And in this wheel, it's just like here.
Brilliant.
Like a gap with 3 millimeters in plastic here.
So yeah, with older wheels, it was always kind of tough to have them water resistant. There was no water resistance rating. For example, here on the MSX, you would have those holes in the front where water could seep in. Or here in the trolley handle, perfect area to just go right inside into the compartment of the shell and yeah, make short circuits. On the Monster Pro was even better because there was a hole from the inside where water could seep in. So back in the day, no IP ratings. Other wheels were more resistant, water resistant, like the, I don't know, Emotion V10. Kickstand wheels were also better than GotWay. But with that said, there was no IP ratings. It wasn't so secure to ride a wheel in rain like it is today. The Patton has an IP rating. I don't know which one it is actually. But if you ride those things in rain, it's fine. Like there's seals around the motherboard. This is all metal, like there's no random holes. The battery is properly sealed. The motor is sealed. Here you have a seal, silicone as well. The lights, like the bearings here around the motor axle are safe. So nowadays it is safe to ride a wheel in the rain. Well, at least LeaperKim wheels and Nosfet for sure. Like the Nosfet here, not this one, but we had the Aero and the Aeon that Serge was riding. We rode it in snow and was all covered in snow. Wheels nowadays are water resistant, at least like LeaperKim and Nosfet wheels, like they're pretty great with that. All right, so talking about wheels is one thing, but now we actually need to ride them. Serge is on the Monster.
Man, I forget about this feeling when you have a bad rod, but pedals go down.
The pedals are going down when there's a lot of successive bumps.
It's cool, kind of, but because like it's also different feeling. It's lower center of mass, you're standing low, and it's kind of cool. At least it's not heavy. I'm trying to find something good about it, and I think like for people who are struggling with their legs or something like that, maybe this will be even easier to begin with. Probably you can buy wheel like this for like 500 euro used. Like it's a wheel that can go 50 kilometers an hour with an enormous range.
Yeah, the range is big, and especially for the weight.
For that money, it's rideable. It's there. It's good that it is. But and now you can see riding after experience with this wheel. You can see why I prefer ride with the modern Patton-S wheel or like Lynx or something else with that kind of money. Look how low your pedal is.
Oh yeah, it's almost like it's so easy to clip. Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Wait, can I hold the camera?
Yes, can you?
Oh my goodness, look how the pedal height is different. It's like one pedal under the other. Before I even start like this is like digging into my shin, it's painful. All right, riding the Monster V3. I think those wheels they just transform lean into acceleration. I do like that feeling. And it has like this old GotWay software where the pedals go up when you accelerate, which makes you feel sort of that like you're even faster than you should be. It actually rides quite nice. It's maneuverable. It's smooth on this kind of terrain, but we'll see soon off-road how it behaves. The pedals are terrible. The pedals are absolute nightmare. They're like, it's like standing on ice. Like, look, not even holding on to anything. In terms of ride feel though, the 22-inch tire is like awesome. I feel like we should have more wheels like this, just with today's quality. So they're even more affordable because, as we've seen, wheels haven't gotten that much more expensive, yet they have quite a lot more features. So like a new version of this wheel, I think will be really, really awesome. All right, so here it's getting bumpy. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot that this is what it's like to ride a non-suspension wheel, even with a big tire like the, oh Jesus, like the Monster. Bump, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like without any pads, it's doesn't feel that reassuring.
Man, when I'm riding on wheels, testing wheels in my YouTube channel,
Yeah.
I'm going on this road and try how maximum speed what I can achieve here, like with, and what will suspension allow me to achieve with the speed. And like for Patton-S and Lynx-S, it's 50 kilometers an hour. Right. Do you want to ride 50 here?
Bro, I'm like 15 and I'm like concerned.
Yes.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's a challenge. Like a lot of stuff has changed. Like if I would have good pedals and pads, like it would be a different story. I could probably like, you know, commit, but yeah. Can I actually see how easy it is to over torque this wheel? Or is it like not safe to do?
Oh, whatever, like.
Let me just try real quick. Yeah, it's over torquing already.
Yes.
So like you just do this, and it's I don't know if it's losing grip or over torquing, but
No, it dips. It dips. You can see it dips.
it's a lot easier to over torque those wheels. Like here, I can try to on better terrain. Yeah. Than this one. Like this wheel has a lot more torque. Sorry. I can do the same on the Patton. Like with this wheel, oh, so easy to ride. Yeah, you can't do that. Can't even hit the, can I? Oh, I did it, but very hard to do. I think there's some nostalgia to this though, you know? Like every once in a while, I see those ads on Marketplace. I'm like, oh, it would be kind of nice to, you know, just have like a weekend wheel, you go 5 kilometers and that's it. But then I'm like, do I really want to deal with this? I'm not sure. Oh wow, that's really bad. That's actually really bad. Oh my God, I'm almost riding like on my tiptoes, look. I wouldn't daily it. Let's compare it to the Patton-S. So what, Serge, you want to go right away down off-road?
I just use this wheel to everyday stuff. Like I'm going, this is just, I think, smallest wheel that I'm taking if I want to go to a store, because the closest store is kind of 2 kilometers away from me, so I need to make 4 kilometers at least if I want to go to a store. This is much more nimble than Lynx, so I'll prefer this one to Lynx if I'm going somewhere close. Yeah, but the suspension, it's just suspension. Like I can ride normally on this. I don't care. Like pedals holding me. I don't care that this will turn off under me, which, you know, you have with old GotWays. Like, I mean, I have it always in my head if I'm riding.
Same.
You know, like in the second before Adam was asking me, can I over torque it? I'm like, I hope we will not burn the motherboard here. I can use it in everywhere, in every weather. I don't care. Like, it's very durable. That if I will go off-road, I will fall. Nothing happens. If I go doing stupid shit with Adam and I will fall, nothing happens. Actually, I remember back in the day when we was recording videos, like when I was helping you record videos on when those wheel appears. I think first wheel was actually Monster Pro.
Oh my God. I'm fighting for my life. Yes, and you're just talking. Yeah. Go on.
And Adam was complaining about this stuff and mudguard and pedals and this and this and this. And now in modern wheels, what you can complain about?
Yeah.
About that in Aeon charging port cover is bad? Yes, whatever. Like it's not a big deal. It's not a big problem. Yeah, and back in the day, it wasn't like that.
Right. Let me switch. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. This path is effort on the Monster, and on this one it's just like, yeah, you're just chilling. The wheel is torquey, lots of, oh my God, there's so much torque on this wheel. Bro, like the Monster could never. Yeah, it's very stable. It's yeah, great suspension. I know, like, check out my Patton-S review. We made a comparison a while ago too. And yeah, this just works. I'm familiar with it. It's very comfortable, very predictable, and nice. So yeah, I don't think I can add anything else. I'll just go up an incline here because I feel like it, and then we can call it a day. Just go up, bonk. Oh yeah, that torque is so powerful. I don't know if you can say, mate.
You just disappeared. Wait.
So yeah, so much torque on this wheel.
If it was like
Lovely.
MSX, I maybe even tried to make it, but not a Monster. I think Monster
Yeah,
is
the Monster. You don't want to go up there with the Monster.
yeah,
Lovely
without
jumping.
beds.
We are very tired after recording this video. It was a lot of work to prepare all of this. So if you like this content, do leave a like downstairs and below the video. Like the like button, it's somewhere here. Please do it. I would just appreciate it a lot. And yeah, thank you so much, Serge, for helping me out and doing also the hard work of, you know, taking the wheels apart and showing all of the ins and outs. Before we end the video though, do you have anything to add onto these topics, Serge?
I mean, I want just sum up
Yeah.
that all around this video we was showing is that in the previous wheels we haven't something, and now we have something in the new wheels, and everything what we now have in those wheels, like better stuff, better solutions, better pedals, better everything, we have with quite the same money. And yeah, that was the point of this video.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Just plastic. The motherboards screwed with wood screws into plastic. Yeah, all of that. And now we have
Another level.
almost like a one-wheeled motorcycle in terms of quality. So yeah, I agree with you. If you want to get a wheel like this, not like this, like this, you in Europe, feel free to check out monokolo.eu. Use my coupon code WRONGWAY for discounts. If you want to also repair a wheel, yeah, all across EU, you can send your wheels here to Monokolo. Serge will take care of them. And if you're still here, leave a like on it, subscribe to see more content like this. We'll see you in the next video. See you soon.